Dudes back again, shouting out folk, open-mindedness. So this must have been maybe a request. House of Pain remix, I think it was. Pete Rock did this. I never heard the remix. It was DJ Muggs. He's from Cypress Hill. He ended up doing the beat for the House of Pain. Because that's a young Everlast right there.
Which one?
The guy right in the front.
Everlast.
Know what it's like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was in Rhyme Syndicate, which was Ice-T's group in the late 80s.
Huh.
And then he went on to do House of Pain. And
is that Ice-T? The thumbnail?
No. No. I don't think he's...
Sir Mix-a-Lot?
That's Coolio.
Coolio. Yeah. Paradise?
Yeah, and Fantastic Voyage.
Huh? We're not even doing a Coolio song, it don't matter.
Talk about it, it's hip hop.
No, I just remember when Weird Al, being a kid, being a fan of Weird Al Yankovic, and then he did Amish Paradise.
Yeah, and Coolio hated it.
Coolio come out and was like, yeah, we're taking him to court over it. Like, he asked us to use it, we told him no, and he did it anyway.
And then later on, he's like, yeah, my bad. he didn't, yeah. I thought that shit was funny as hell. I mean, Weird Al, he's like the king of parodies and shit. So.
I had never listened to Coolio before.
Right?
After I heard that,
that's pretty cool.
Song,
turned him on to a totally different audience.
I went and looked up, or wow,
that's the beauty of that shit.
And then heard the Coolio song and was like, oh my god,
that shit's beautiful. Like,
how do you get from that song to the Amish Paradise? Like, it's just funny. And then in the news, it was like, oh, Coolio's taking him to court for it. And I was like, wow.
Weird Al, though, like, he promoted so many artists that way.
Yeah.
Got him a different demographic, different audience, you know what I mean? That would have you would have never known. So that's fucking cool. And he makes a funny ass song out of your shit. Like, I think that shit's cool as hell.
Get up, pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't never slack up, punk, you better back up. Try and play a role and you're the whole.
These are three white guys. There's like no black dudes in the band. Like,
that's
I always thought it was like a black guy rapping this.
No, they're just like Irish American motherfuckers. And then DJ Lethal, which is he's like, even though Muggs did the beat for like the original, the well-known House of Pain jump around shit, Lethal was the DJ or whatever in that group. He ended up being the DJ in Limp Bizkit.
Huh.
Yeah.
Lethal?
Yeah.
That guy with the lethal hat on?
Yeah, that must be him. I mean, that's like 30 years old, that photo.
So is this anything like the original one?
The only thing that's the same is the lyrics.
So it's a way different beat?
The beat is more just like, I guess they'd call it like a boom bap, kind of like the early 90s.
Kind of
New York, because I think they were New York, these dudes.
Didn't you do the Boom Bap Nation?
Yeah. Yeah, like that era, like the late 80s, early 90s.
I don't know, I'm just learning shit.
New York.
Trying to use it in conversation.
there's so much. It took, I remember, I talked about this on camera, like, when we started this channel, I didn't have like even an ear for really, I mean, you if you heard like Dr. Dre, you know it's his beat, right? Some of the most casual hip hop listeners know that shit, but to really like,
yeah,
it took me a minute to like, all right, that's a DJ Premier beat, or I could figure it out after a while, without really even hearing a lyric. So it took and like I said before, I grew up listening to like all types of shit, hip hop and rock and metal right away, all mixed. So, but yeah, sometimes it takes a while, and the channels helped us both a lot. I mean, Claude's listened to shit tons of music he never would have listened to ever. Hundreds of songs he would have never listened to.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool because you'll get your favorites like, you know, Cannabis, K Reno, and all these like these super intellectual rappers and shit.
Right.
Killer Priest, like, yeah.
Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up if you got the feeling. Jump or touch the ceiling, monks, let's a funk flow. Someone's fucking jump, yo, I'll bustle in the eye. And then I'll take the punks out, feeling funky. Amps in the trunk, and I got more rhymes than this cops at a junkie. Don't act sharp, sure enough, I got props from the kids on the hill, plus my mom and my pops. I came to get down, I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around. Jump around, jump up and get down. Jump around, jump around. Jump up and get down.
Everlast has talked about this in like
way different than the original. Like,
well, he's talked about this in interviews like up until this day, or like he's been on like B Real's podcast and shit, where this is like one of the most, if not the most played hip hop songs in like the original version. Like this is one of the most played in like sporting events.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard it on Rick D's Top 40.
They played it in like fucking Super Bowl and shit.
I know he played it on there.
But there's some schools that like religiously play certain songs before they run, or like fighters,
right,
or you know what I mean, wrestlers.
And I mean, this
fucking
is like
Triple H had
this is like
Motorhead right next to him.
Tune, right? Like it's not talking about like.
Yeah, I mean overall it's
doing drugs.
I think it's. I mean, even he talked about.
He's just talking about having a good time.
Everlast talked about the lyrics is more like just it's just like some kind of, it's not real. It's just like kind of silly shit. I think he kind of got, you know, to the point is what he was in one of the interviews I seen. He said it's not like more serious. Corny, it's like, just like some, he came up with some shit. He's like, this is what it is, you know, and it made it, you know, he's on they're on Tommy Boy Records at the time, so they probably wanted like some kind of, you know, what do you got for we can blast on the radio or some shit.
Yeah.
And that shit took off for him and his group.
Jump, 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 everybody jump, 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 jump. I'll serve your ass like John McEnroe. If your girl steps up, I'm smacking the hoe. Word to your moms, I came to drop bombs. I got more rhymes than the bottles got songs. And just like the prodigal son, I've returned. Anyone stepping on me, you'll get burned. Cause I got lyrics, but you ain't got none. If you come to battle, bring a shotgun. But if you do, you're a fool, cause I do to the death. Trying to step to me, you take your last breath. I got the skill, come get your bill. Cause when I shoot the gift, I shoot the kill. I came to get down, I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around. Jump around. Jump up and get down. Jump around. Jump around. Jump up and get down. Jump, jump. Listen to the sound that pounds, I jump around. I'm no clown, I get down to the funk. Listen to the wig out and step to the rear, dear, cause I'm here.
That part was added, I think. I don't think that's in the original, that little lyric right there from someone else.
I kind of recognize it.
Maybe we might have to check. I mean, I've heard the other one a bit. They played on, I have XM radio in my car. They play that shit constantly. But, yeah, we might have to go back.
E to the T-E rockin', the run in your stocking, so hun puts a rockin'. Chillin' with the house of pain, blood stains the ground, I jump around. I'm the cream of the crop, I rise to the top. I never eat a pig, cause a pig is a cop, or better yet, a Terminator, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Trying to play me out like as if my name was Sega, but I ain't going out like no punk bitch. Get used to one style of yo when I might switch it up and around, then buck, get down without your head, and then you wake up in the dawn of the dead. I'm coming to get ya, I'm coming to get ya. Spitting out lyrics, homie, I'll wet ya. I came to get down, I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around. Jump around, jump up and get down. Jump around.
I mean, that part, he was talking about splitting heads and shit. So.
Yeah, calling him a bitch. And, like, the one before the, yeah, like, actually, it's actually pretty hard too. They played it on the radio.
I mean, yeah, it starts off like, cause kind of like the first verse is kind of just playing around, and then it does get more serious the farther in you get.
Jump around.
Huh?
Well, he's more like, you know, like in the beginning they establish like, you know, they're just chill, cool, and like not really.
Yeah.
But then like, yeah, if you think I'm some
win,
punk, I'll
me,
fuck you up
sin.
like a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, just because we're having fun and playing around, jumping around.
Yeah, it starts
mean we're
off
soft, and you can just fuck with us.
It kind of starts off like they're just straight up partying, and then
Yeah.
maybe some kind of skirmish might break out. But hey,
or even
I'm just
like,
telling you right now,
if you're smiling and having fun, it doesn't mean you're weak.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and some people might, get some kind of assholes in there and shit and fuck up the whole thing for you.
Jump up and get down. Jump, jump, jump. Everybody jump, 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 jump. Everybody jump, 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 jump. Everybody jump, 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 jump. Everybody jump. Check it out,
Believe it or not, there is something better than winning an award for best mass market brand and dependability. Being behind the wheel. Kia, movement that inspires.
it definitely sounds like Seconds.
Yeah. Let me begin.
Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't ever slack up, don't get better back up. Try and play the role and you're the whole crew will act up. Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up if you got the feeling. Jump up, touch the ceiling, monks, let's up on flow. Someone's talking junk, yeah, I'll bust them in the eye. And then I'll take the punks out, feeling funky. Amps in the trunk, and I got more rhymes than this cops at a Dunkin' Donut shop. Sure enough, I got props from the kids on the hill, plus my mom and my pops. I came to get down, I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around, jump up and get down.
Dude, be
Stand
real.
up beating the shit out
Yeah.
of people.
Be real from Cypress Hill.
My
He'll talk,
bad.
he'll talk
My
about
bad.
he'll talk about being on
It's a good
tour
song.
though. You know, with Cypress, and they'll do this song sometimes. He says you always have to close with it.
Oh,
Because if you play it at the beginning, or if you play it at the middle, there's not ever going to be anything with enough energy
oh,
to
wow.
follow and close out your set. So if you don't close with this song, you kind of fuck yourself.
Right.
As far as like, you know,
'Cause
the
the crowd
vibe of
will expend
your
every
set
last
at a
bit of
live show.
energy they've had.
So he's like, because
For
they
this,
fucked it, they
yeah.
you know, they must have tested that before and
Yeah.
realized
Like,
we got to close with this fucking thing next time.
yeah, after that song, after
So-
House of Pain, Jump Around.
Dude, that
like,
beat alone is just
The crowd
the
was
energy
dead.
of that
Yeah.
shit. And then you add jump, a bunch of like gang vocal shit on that.
and everybody's jumping and like, and then at the end of the song,
Energy
everybody's
is so
tired as fuck.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that one shit I watched? Like it was Korn and Slipknot, and they did like Sabotage by Beastie Boys.
Oh,
Holy
yeah?
fucking hell! Like live at a show, like just the energy from that shit too. Like
Cue that up.
a metal version of that shit. I just want to hear some shit.
I'll serve your ass like John McEnroe. If your girl steps up, I'm smacking the heart. Word to your moms, I came to drop bombs. I got more rhymes and the bottles got songs. And just like the prodigal son, I return. Anyone stepping on me, you'll get burned. 'Cause I got lyrics, but you ain't got none. If you come to battle, bring a shotgun. But if you do, you're a fool, 'cause I do to the death. Trying to step to me, you take your last breath. I got the skill, come get your fill. 'Cause when I shoot the gift, I shoot the kill. I came to get down, I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around. Jump around. Jump around. Jump around. Jump up and get down.
Because they keep showing bagpipes
Yeah, maybe that's
video.
what it is.
at that time.
Muggs took that shit and he looped it, and he like maybe he didn't
Tricked
have
it,
he
or
didn't,
whatever- what do they call that?
Maybe he
Screwed it?
pitched it or he didn't. But yeah, even back in the early '90s, like
born.
Cool. That's like that is such like an 80s sound, really.
Yeah.
If you really want to go back, like, yeah, that was used on other shit.
I'm the cream of the crop. I rise to the top. I never eat a pig 'cause a pig is a cop. Or better yet, a Terminator. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Trying to play me out like as if my name was Sega. But I ain't going out like no punk bitch. Get used to one style when I might switch it up and around. Then buck get down without your head and then you wake up in the dawn of the day. I'm coming to get ya. I'm coming to get ya. Spitting out lyrics. Homie, I want ya. I came to get down. I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around. Jump around. Jump around. Jump around. Jump up and get down. Jump, 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 everybody jump, 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 everybody jump, 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 everybody jump, 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 everybody jump, jump, jump. This is dedicated to the jump, the break, get going on. Grab your bullseye.
Yeah, there's nothing. Like, I think those other lyrics, like the other voice in the other song, I think that was P-Rock. He's been known to say shit on his own records. He'll and a lot of like rappers want him to do that and shit.
All right.
Because he did that on Troy. We just listened to that before we started recording. They reminisce over you and shit. But yeah, it was just
Pretty cool.
Everlast the whole time. Yeah.
Who's that third guy?
Yeah, there's I don't even, I know there's another. I
Is
don't
he
know.
the guy that does the beats, or
I
usually?
don't think I know his name. Let us know.
Oh no, because you said.
There's DJ Lethal, and then there's Everlast, and I think there was another guy because Muggs was he's
Well, I
a
mean, there's
Cypress.
3 dudes sitting right there. I don't know if that. Like,
Yeah.
the guy just photobombed.
The guy with like the
the fedora. Or
yeah,
whatever it is.
yeah. Let us know. Let us know in the comments
Yeah.
who's all in House of Pain, because there's a third dude. I never really. I mean, besides that song, that's really all I know. I know of their music, so we all know like what Everlast, you know, some of his solo stuff he did later. But yeah, man, let us know. Good stuff. Checked out both of them. Peace. Hit us up. Comments, details. Yeah, let us know the guy in the fedora on that thumbnail. Who is he? We're out.